Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Geschützwagen Tiger Porsche, the GW Tiger P, which is the Tier 8 German SPG. And this one is located on the south spawn of Pilsen under the command of 4Q2. Yes, it's one of my replays and it's my birthday. Yep, my 60th actually. And battle has started. Okay, well, the slowest Arty in the game, it seems, is actually headed off to the west side of the map. In fact, that's probably the only place you can go in the south. If you stay near the cap area, you are liable to be taken out if the enemy does make it that far. And sometimes they do make a push on the east side of the map through the coal pits. And if they do, there's a good chance they might actually catch you. Well, on this occasion, I'm headed off over to these bushes. I've got a 21cm howitzer capable of doing 1100 alpha, but it's got a long reload, 37.17 seconds. So I better make these shells count. Well, we've got a target, it's a Carnarvon, and I fire the round at him, and it lands just alongside him for 275 hit points. And to avoid any counter battery, I'm moving straight away to find a new firing position. You can see these models are actually quite well laid out on the inside of the vehicles. You can see the shells, the powder charges, because they use two-part ammunition on these artillery pieces, and they've gone to a lot of work to actually generate all the insides of the vehicles, just missing the crew, that's all. Okay, well, I'm now aiming towards the enemy. My next load is about to get into the breach. The breach is closed. We're ready to shoot. I'm dialing in on an E75TS. Rounds out. Direct hit for 230, and I've stunned 2 tanks in that one. And moving on. Well, having fired 2 rounds of ammunition, I've still only got 13 left. And oh, I was spotted. My 6th sense has gone off, and there is an enemy Arty. And it's in the game. It's an M40, M43. He's at the other end. And he's more than likely going to try and counter battery me if he can, because I'm just too slow to get out of the way quickly enough. So I'm almost loaded. I'm into cover now, so I'm probably not... Oh, there was the shot. It had to come in. And yes, I lost 179 hit points there from that shot from the M40. So yes, it was unfortunate I was spotted, but it's because these guys came around the corner. And I put a round into that star 1 to say thank you very much for spotting me, and here's some punishment. And I've just changed position a little just in case the M40, M43 is still looking for my tracer. It was inevitable that they were going to shoot. It was just a matter of time, but oh, we've got 2 enemies together now on this corner, and that T44 is getting way close to me, and I'm a bit concerned about that, because if he comes over the railway line, he could finish me off very, very quickly. And yep, he tried, but he died. And I fire the shot in there, get 501 hit points off a T44. Nice bit of stun on him. You can see there's a lot of tanks in this alley. I'm not changing position, not just yet. Waiting for the reload to go through. I've got a Scorpion G further up the road and an Su-130PM, the Soviet and the German tank destroyer duo with those very nasty guns. The German with the 128mm and the Soviet with the 13cm gun. But they're about to get hit by an Arty round, and I'm firing at the Scorpion G first. Rounds out. Wipeout! 892 hit points. That must have penned him. Wiped him out completely with one shot. Okay, well, we've got these guys a little closer. Nice that I took that Scorpion out of the game, but these guys are more, well, closer to me and more insistent. I've got to get these guys. I do know that they are rather good players, because they're shooting through that pile of Hetzer hulls at that Carnarvon. And he gets taken out of the game by the Udes, who's just alongside me actually. I've got some protection at last. I've got a bodyguard. And I'm finding it very difficult to get a shot on the enemy over there. I fire a snapshot in and get a hit on the Carnarvon for 502 hit points, but we just saw one of our teammates die in a 110. And that SU-130PM, he's at the other end of that row, and I can't get a shot on him. I'm having difficulty to get solutions with Battle Assistant because all of these towers are in the way. But we're looking for that SU-130PM. I haven't changed position because I don't think the M40, M43 is interested in me at the moment. I think he's more interested in my teammates. Okay, well, we're loaded. And I've got that rescue drift problem again. Looking over to the other side of the battlefield, I've got an IS-3. Can't get a shot on him at the moment, but there's a T-34 Black sitting in the factory building, dialing in. Almost ready. Okay, dialed in. Rounds out. It goes zipping over his head, but it does stun him. That's the problem with the factories on Pilsen. They do tend to get in the way, but they got in the way a lot more with the pre-1.0 maps. The old maps of Pilsen were absolute nightmare because they had pipes which were running around the whole place, and those pipes would get in the way of the view as well, and also the shells. So thank goodness that Wargaming updated the Pilsen map and made it more reasonable for Arty. I suppose the tank drivers won't like that, but well, they have to lump it. 458 hit points off the E75TS, the Löwe Premium, or the upgrade of the Löwe, I should say. I know a lot of people said, oh, they didn't want the E75TS, they wanted the 7032 or any of the other tanks in the loot boxes, but the E75TS is actually quite a decent tank so long as you treat it just like a Löwe. Just hasn't got the Löwe's turret, you know, for bouncing shells. Now that T-34 Black is fairly low on hit points now. If I can get a splash near him, it might wipe him out. Yes, it does. I landed the shell on the other side of the rubble and the splash went right over the top of him and that took him out the game. So I've got 2 kills now and with 2 tanks up on the enemy. There's only 5 of them left. I've got an SU-130PM in that channel, but I'm not loaded, so I can't hit him at the moment. That IS-3 is trying to tempt him out, but he could get wiped out himself if that SU-130PM comes around the corner. Yes, he did. Ouch. Okay, so I'm loaded. I'll try a shot just as he passes. He's bound to come out. I think he's just trying to squeeze his way past. I fire a round in just in case he's there. And we see a huge amount of rubble go up there. Massive amount. So I probably did set something off. Okay, we're looking towards the cap area. Now the enemy Arty was seen just behind this pile of Hetzer and rubble. And oh yeah, the Arty, he wasn't there. He actually found me again. 148 hit points this time. But he didn't wipe me out, and that's going to be a problem for him later on, I should think. Okay, I'm loaded. I fire around into that corner and then move away from this firing position. Unfortunately, I knock a tree down in doing that, and that's not something you should do. And I do say to everybody who plays Arty, do not knock trees down. You can see that's where the shell landed. He missed me. He obviously was trying to counter battery me, but he missed me. And there's a shell right on the spot where I was located. So he's definitely trying to get me, and he failed on this occasion. Okay, now the SU-130PM. Oh, I did hit him. He's only got 5% of his hit points left. He had a lot more than that the last time we saw him. And he's just the other side of that building. I wonder if I can splash kill him as well. I'm going to see if I can put a shell close to him, because the shockwave should be enough to take him out. Rounds out. It hits the building, but no joy. Now, I wonder if he's just around that corner. The Carnarvon's there. And, ooh, the Uda's just got hit. He takes the Carnarvon out. But we do know that SU-130PM is somewhere around. There's only 2 enemies left. There's the SU-130PM. Udas gets into cover, and the SU-130PM's taken out by our Oho. But we do know that the enemy Arty is somewhere in that corner, and he's the last one alive on his team. I'm loaded, I'm ready to go, but I just need a target to shoot at. I'm firing at that bush on the off chance he's in there. He's obviously going to be firing at my teammates, not at me. If he's got any sense, he'd be saving his last shell for whoever comes close to him. But I'm actually going to move forward because there's no point in sticking here at the moment. I can get as close as I want now. Oh, and he's gone down. He's actually died. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Yes, and here's the end of battle stats, and it was a first class tanker for 4Q2 in the GW Tiger Porsche. I managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 19 in that one. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points for my own vehicle. A High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle overall. And a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. And my win rate from that game was 6,074. I did fire at that M40, M43, but I never touched him. So I must have got fairly close, but he drowned himself in the end. That's what happened. So obviously, the moment he knew that there was no chance of him surviving, he decided that he would end his game prematurely. Let's have a look at the SU-130PM. Yes, I did touch him for 231 hit points with that splash just as he went around the corner. It's a pity because if he'd got a bit closer, I probably would have taken him out the game altogether, but he must have been just passing that wreck of the IS-3 as I fired. If we look at the team scores, we can see I got the highest damage in the game, 3,865 hit points. The next high score was Carnarvon on the enemy team, 3,615. And after that, there's Star 1, the top player, managed to get 2,931 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the Oho who did the best. He got 5 kills, the Carnarvon got 4. I managed to get 2 alongside 5 other members of the players on the game. And when it came to base XP, I was in second place. The Oho managed to get 1,057. The GW Tiger P got, I got 968, and the IS-3 got 852. I fired 13 rounds of my ammo in that game. I got 5 direct hits and 1 penetration. Now, obviously, the penetration on that occasion was that Scorpion. The shell must have gone right through him and blew him to pieces in the process. 892 hit points from 1 shot. 12 splash, damage of 3,865 hit points, of which 2,692 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the close ones were on that shots on the star. 2 hits received by way of splash damage. The Arty was trying to get me. 3 shots he fired at me and missed, although he did actually splash me on 2 occasions. He must have been a bit frustrated that he didn't kill me. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 10 stuns, but no stun assist damage. I earned 46,727 credits, got 23,363 from a personal reserves bonus and 69,158 from the holiday ops, so my grand total came to 139,248 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, I took away a profit of 92,974 credits. I picked up 7 bonds for the awards and 1,552 from the game XP, times 2 for the first victory, 100% for the personal reserves bonus, and took away 4,356 altogether. Now, I suppose the most astonishing thing is the fact that this was not an ace tanker game. Yes, 968 base XP, and that wasn't an ace. Yes, I think you do have to go a bit higher if you want to get an ace tanker, and I suppose if I'd actually ended up with enough stun assist, I might have actually got an ace tanker, but on this occasion, no, it wasn't to be. But it was still a good game and a high win rate game at that. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button, the little bell symbol, if you want to get alerted when a new video comes out. And thanks for watching.